Hello, everyone. September 17th, price action review using the simple strategy that I've been talking about, waiting for price to come into internal range liquidity and then look for a strat reversal back to external range liquidity or vice versa, external range liquidity back down into internal. So we are on bar replay mode. Let's take it back. Uh, and as you can see, we were well above. Let's just mark out the previous day high. Go ahead and do that. Um, Not well above, but we were flirting with previous day high. Um, and as I mentioned in the video from yesterday, because we tapped into this 4 hour fair value gap, we were expecting higher prices, which is what we got overnight, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. Um, but in order to uh, frame our entries, we just want to be aware of external range liquidity, which is what this is. Um, and I took a few trades today. I went long and short. The first trade being this long here. So we'll go through that one. Price dipped down into this overnight 1 hour for value gap. So something I like to do is just draw this out and create a little playbook in my head. So in case if price does come down into this, we can look for reversals back to the upside with that same thing in mind. Internal range liquidity, fair value gaps to external range liquidity. So let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. AM session starts. Nothing I love in here. Just the fact that we were hovering around external range liquidity. Could frame up a short here if you wanted to, which is what ends up happening. Just not very clean price action, but we do dip into this fair value gap, and obviously we see a nice 2-2 reversal on the 5 minute. So there's our 5 minute trigger. Basically the same thing that happened yesterday that I went over in the video. And just like our playbook says, take it back to the highs. I did take this entry. I ended up getting stopped out right in here. But then I did re-enter, which is permissible per the strat. We had time frame continuity on our side. With this 5 minute trigger right here up into the highs, I took one off at the high of day and then ended up getting stopped out right here on this reversal. And because we were, so this darker shaded area that we tapped into here and here, that's a 1 hour for value gap within a 4 hour for value gap. Those are pretty strong and typically give nice reactions. And again, we did take previous day high in the form of external range liquidity. So at that point, we can start seeking internal range liquidity given a setup. And at this point, you're playing with profits. So it's okay to hop back in on a short, which is what I did here. This short right here equates to this reversal right here. And at this point, let's see, this hourly open is here. So obviously, hourly setting up to be a shooter, which would mean we're going lower. I think I took a stop out here and ended up, so this is interesting, ended up getting stopped out break even on a runner here. So at this point, move your stop into profit or break even, get stopped out, waited for something to set back up again. I think I did actually take a trade right here on this 5 minute reversal. Stop out right here. And then took this 5 minute reversal again. Well, let me just clean this up. think this was the big puker that we saw taking out these lows here. And the runner ended up going for 100 something points. Had to get off, so I just closed the position and was happy with the trading day. So with the strat, you're going to get stopped out quite a bit, and that's okay. Small losses, as long as you're mentally able to go to take those break even stops or those small stop outs, because this one instantly goes. Um, and you can see everything lines up. So that 5-minute trigger right here triggers the 60-minute reversal. And obviously, I mean, how many, let's see how far this ended up going for us. Yeah. 165 points at the low there. I think that was the low of, oh no, it ended up going even more. And then what happens? At this point I was off, so I was done trading for the day. But it comes into the internal range liquidity, 4-hour fair value gap marked right here, and reverses back up. Again, I was done for the day at this point. But when it taps into this, you could have taken this for some more. Not the biggest move, but it did end up pumping later in the day. So again, you're playing with profits at that point, and it's up to your discretion to be done or continue trading. I wanted to be done. But again, entry, 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 right? So if I had stayed into this initial position, 240 point move-ish, pretty special stuff. Again, it's about framing up your trades. I do that by identifying fair value gaps, previous day highs and lows, and then looking for reversals out of that with time frame continuity on my side. So you want these time frames in alignment. On these shorts here, each short had the hour, the 15, or sorry, the hour, the 30, and the 15 on my side. So just giving me more confidence to take the trade. It's pretty simple stuff. Back down to midnight open. If you have any questions, please comment. Give me a follow on Twitter, and hopefully continue to do these.